Batches the again. I am so done with these kind of Roman books, bro. We'll keep pushing. We'll keep pushing. We'll keep. What's up, everyone? It's me, Saksham, and today I'm starting something which is very special to me because I've been trying to implement the habit of reading in my day-to-day life since a long while, but I don't seem to be consistent about it. That's why, to be accountable about myself and even help you guys to be accountable for yourself and develop a continuous daily reading habit, I'm starting this YouTube series where I'll be reading a book for 20 minutes each day. And just so you guys know, I'll only be reading the public domain books or books whose writers have passed away years ago, so that I don't get sued by law for just using copyright content for my own YouTube channel. So for today, we'll be reading the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I hope I'm not messing up the names because these names are actually pretty hard to pronounce. So even if I'm mispronouncing the names, please correct me in the comment section. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius is actually a collection of notes written by a Roman emperor about how to live well. It focuses on self-discipline, emotional control, clarity of thoughts, and accepting the things which we can't control. The ideas are simple but powerful, and they help us deal with stress, overthinking, ego, and daily challenges with more calm and perspective. Even today, meditations offer a practical guidance on how to stay grounded, responsible, and mentally strong in our daily lives. Also, ignore all the mess in the background because this is my room. I just can't clean it. I don't know where else to put my stuff anymore. And there's something very exciting for my first 1,000 subscribers, which I'll be telling you all in the end. So don't forget to subscribe. Also, I'll be uploading one video every single day at 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and for my US people, you guys can wake up early in the morning and you'll see my notification. So without any further ado, let's get started. Marcus Aurelius Antonius was born in AD 121 to an upper-class Roman family. He was later adopted by Antonius Pius, future emperor, after whose death Marcus Aurelius succeeded to the throne. He successfully campaigned against Parthia, but his kingdom was soon gripped by plague as well as revolts in the eastern provinces. During his reign, he witnessed the deaths of many friends and family, including his co-emperor Lucius Verus, and experienced a lot of social instability. A student of philosophy from a very young age, he was drawn to the teachings of 1st century Stoic thinker Epictetus. I hope I'm pronouncing these names correctly. Epictetus, who greatly influenced his set of 12 books, collectively known as Meditations. Originally written in Greek, meditation is a record of his personal thoughts through the various stages of his life. It was never meant for the public eye. He died in 180 while campaigning against the barbarian tribes on Rome's northern frontier. This is actually a collection of 12 books by Marcus Aurelius, combined, known as Meditations. So there are no chapters, but actually 12 chapters which can be considered as books. So let's start with the book 1. I learned from my grandfather, Verus, to use good manners and to put restraint on anger. In the famous memory of my father, I had a pattern of modesty and manliness. From my mother, I learned to be pious, I don't know how to pronounce this, and generous, to keep myself not only from evil deeds but even from evil thoughts, and to live with a simplicity which is far from customary among the rich. I owe it to my great-grandfather that I did not attend public lectures and discussions, but had good and able teachers at home. I owe him also the knowledge that for things of his nature, a man should count no expense too great. My tutor taught me not to favor either green or blue at the chariot races, nor in the contests of gladiators, to be a supporter either of light or heavy armed. He taught me also to endure labor, not to need many things to serve myself without troubling others, not to intermeddle in the affairs of others, and not easily to listen to slanders against them. Okay, so there are so many different words which I am not getting the meaning of. So let's try to get them one by one. So a gladiator means basically somebody who fights with other men or wild animals in a public show. We might have seen pictures like this in ancient Spain or something. I think that's what gladiator means. The other word which I did not get was intermiddle. Okay, you can see the meaning of intermiddle here. I'm not gonna explain and waste any more time. From Diognetus, I had the lesson not to busy myself about vain things, not to credit the great professions of such as pretend to work wonders, or of sorcerers about their charms and their expelling of demons and the like, not to keep quarrels for fighting or divination, nor to run after such things, to suffer freedom of speech in others, and to apply myself heartily to philosophy. Him also I must thank for my hearing first Bacchius. The again, I am so done with these kind of Roman books, bro. We'll keep pushing. Let's say Bacchius. I don't know. We'll learn the pronunciation from Google later. Candaces and Marcianus, that I wrote dialogues in my youth, and took a liking to the philosopher's palate and skins, and to the other things which by the Grecian discipline belong to that profession. I did not understand a single thing from this line or from this paragraph, from this whole point. Where is the point? That is the question I'm struggling with. Let's head to the Google. Okay, so this is the meaning of Bacchius, and you actually pronounce this word as Bacchius, okay. The another thing is Tandasis. I didn't actually get its correct pronunciation, but it actually means immortal or eternal life. And this is Marcianus. I actually pronounced it correctly. I'm quite shocked. So this is called Marcianus, and which is anything related to the planet Mars or anything related to Mars. Okay, so this is the last 7th point we'll read for today, and then we'll stop, okay? To Rusticus, I owe my first apprehensions that my nature needed reform and cure, and that I did not fall into the ambition of the common sophists, either by composing speculative writing or by declaiming harangues, whatever, of exhortation in public. Further, that I never strove to be admired by ostentation of great patience in an ascetic life, or by display of activity and application, that I gave other the study of rhetoric, poetry, and the grace of language, and that I did not pace my house in my senatorial robes or practice my similar affection. I observed also the simplicity of style in his letters, particularly in that which he wrote to my mother from Sinuessa. I learned from him to be easily appeased and to be rapidly recollined with those who had displeased me or given cause of offense, so as soon as they inclined to make their peace, to read with care, not to rest satisfied with a slight and superficial knowledge, nor quickly to assent to great talkers. I have him to thank that I met with discourses of Epictetus, which he furnished me from his own library. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to read this thrice to get the whole meaning, but we'll get through it. Also, feel free to pause the video and read at your own pace, okay? You can treat my video like a podcast, I don't mind, but the thing is, you can also pause my video and read at your own speed, that's what I mean, and you'll also get the meanings.
Reread the page if you don't get the meaning at once, okay?
Congrats, you did it! I'm so proud of you that you actually took the first step to read from day one. And I know you'll be consistent from today, because I am here with you, your accountability partner, Saksham.
Do you guys remember I promised something special for my first 1,000 subscribers? I'll be following back my very first 1,000 subscribers on Instagram. So this is my Instagram account. Y'all can drop your Instagram handle below, and you should be my subscriber, okay? And you should be following me before on Instagram. And I'll search up your username and I'll follow you forever. Even if I get famous or not, doesn't matter in the future. But I'll be following my very first 1,000 subscribers.
So make sure to comment your own username down below.
Or else you can just DM me that you have followed me and you are my subscriber, and I'll just give you a follow back. But comments will work the most because I don't usually check my DMs that often. So that's it for today, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow with the same book, same time, 1 PM Indian Standard Time and early morning for US. And we'll be reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Bye-bye!